Hello, our guest today is Edoardo Vanich from Sorbonne University. Hello, Edo. And
Hello.
Floor is yours. So tell me, how come you become scientist?
Oh, that's quite a long
How did it
story.
start?
How did I start? Well, I was always a very curious kid. I always loved science and to learn in general. I was very passionate about books about animals, and physics in particular was a big passion.
Because usually it's like it's more often the case is like people are interested in chemistry and explosions and
I was very much interested in chemistry, yes, when I was little. Then I got more interested in physics because I really liked although I didn't have the knowledge to understand quantum mechanics, I was fascinated by the world of particles and how they interact.
Yeah, I think kids could understand quantum mechanics if they are somehow, prepared better.
Yeah.
Not so difficult.
Yeah, but it's the more you get into the math of quantum mechanics, the harder it becomes because you need to build up all the layers of knowledge. First, you start with knowing what a derivative is, what a function is, and then you go with Hilbert spaces and vector spaces and
after a couple of years, you arrive at atoms and molecules. So, how was that actually in your?
So. I was very interested in physics when I was in high school, but the passion for chemistry stayed in me since I was a little kid, and I couldn't decide between doing chemistry or doing physics. So after the last day of high school, I tossed a coin. And I chose chemistry, and I think it was the right decision actually, because when I went there and learned about the world of physical chemistry, I knew that was my path, because it could actually bring together two of my biggest passions, which were chemistry and physics. So when I learned about what physical chemistry is and quantum chemistry is, I knew I wanted to do that.
And what next actually? Then why not physical chemistry, or then somehow you get to quantum?
Well, I did my bachelor and my master's degree in Pisa, and the way it's organized there is that the bachelor is in chemistry, and you have from inorganic chemistry to organic chemistry to physical chemistry to analytical chemistry. And it's there that I was introduced first to the subject of quantum chemistry and theoretical chemistry. And then for your masters, you have different specializzazioni, different like specialties or focuses. So we have in the University of Pisa, there are 5, and it's organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, industrial chemistry, analytical chemistry, and physical chemistry. So my master was in physical chemistry, where I studied from statistical thermodynamics to classical thermodynamics and more classical subjects.
Then somehow you have to choose something for your master, right?
Yeah, you need to choose a specialization. I still did some organic chemistry exams and some analytical chemistry exams and other stuff, but in that specific master degree, I was focusing more on quantum and theoretical chemistry. So we did more mathematics, more physics, more quantum mechanics.
So do you prefer derivations or implementation or applications?
I definitely prefer derivations than implementation. I think it's also because, unfortunately, I didn't study a lot of informatics when I was in high school or before. Now I know that the programs in Italy for educations include much more informatics, and it's something that I wish I had in the past, and so it's a shame that I didn't have the chance to.
You're still young, so no.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And I learned how to implement and how to implement a code. I learned how to code by doing it. Yeah. But I definitely prefer derivation and math. I'm a big fan of math.
Yes. So then actually after your master, you arrived in Paris, right?
Yes, more complete. I went to Torun first for a
Yeah, so that's for kind of preparation.
for a preparation, exactly, and then I arrived to Paris in the group of Professor Jean-Philippe PHYMOL at Sorbonne University, and yeah,
So how big is your group?
I honestly have no idea, but we are a lot. That's why I don't know, because there are 4 different areas. One who's focusing more on machine learning and molecular dynamics, one who's focusing more on developing ab initio theories, so and electronic structure, and one is that is focusing more on electronic response theory, like and molecular properties. The 4th one, I believe it's more on statistical thermodynamics or something like that. And each one of these areas is led by an expert in the area, by a professor, and they have multiple PhD and postdoc students.
And then you,
So
in your collaboration, actually,
in my group, I work with Jean-Philippe PHYMOL, Louise Lagardère, Thomas Play. Also, there are other PhD students like me. There's Com Catin, there's César. I think we are around 10 in my area.
So do you have a good exchange of knowledge between?
Oh yes, that's one of the best parts, honestly. To be surrounded with people that love science as much as I do, as much as others, it's pretty great.
So now coming back to PHYMOL, then you were also visiting London, right?
Yes, I went to Queen Mary University of London to...
And Alston actually is also...
Yeah, it's my co-supervisor. Dr. Alston Miskita is also, or Misquita, I don't know. And with foreign surnames, it's always hard to find the right pronunciation. But yeah, I worked with him as well as part of my project. I have to also collaborate with Queen Mary University of London, which is great. I love this about PHYMOL, about the fact that I get the chance to experience different realities, to live in different cities and know more about cultures. I always wanted to learn more about the world as a very curious person, but I never had the chances because I come from a very poor family. My mom is a nurse and I didn't grow up with a dad. So this PhD project actually allowed me to fulfill my dreams and to see more of the world and to broaden my horizons. So I'm very happy to be part of this project.
Yeah, so you already has been in Poland.
Yes, I've been in Poland a few times.
So you actually, yeah, I mean, we were joking, every time you're in Poland, you have
I go to the hospital. Last time I was in Poland.
So for our viewers, actually, it's not nothing serious. It was just bike accident.
Yes, exactly.
So, but we should actually address those.
I was so anxious because I had a talk yesterday, and I was so anxious that I forgot how to ride a bike, and so I fell.
So, what other stuff you do apart from science? Actually, do you have like a hobby like related to science or not necessarily?
Yes, I have plenties. I like to play chess. I'm not a very good player, but I joined the Sorbonne Chess Club because one of the perks of being in Sorbonne is that you can actually meet other people that love these kinds of activities, and so I joined the Sorbonne Chess Club. I'm an active person. I wasn't for a long time. Then I discovered that I really like sport. So on my free time, I like to work out. I do calisthenics, which is a type of body weight training where you essentially perform some skills with your body, and I love.
So does it help you somehow to concentrate on derivation?
Yes.
Do you do derivations in your head, or you just you need a paper?
I do kind of both actually, because at night after a long day and working out really helps me to get my mind clear, because I get into this kind of meditative state where you focus on that, but you allow your brain to think, and then ideas come, and to formalize them you need pen and paper. That's my favorite way to derive equations, to think, because when you have a computer it's not the same as touching the pen and the muscle memory and everything. So I like to think in my head. I can visualize certain things when I concentrate, and when I like to think about math, and then put them down on paper.
So let's come back to Python versus Fortran.
Yes.
Is it like you've forgotten completely Fortran and you want to continue, or?
Well, it could be nice to program in Fortran again. I know that at some point I will have to program in Fortran because we are planning to make a force field, maybe. So, and the program Tinker who runs the force field is written on Fortran 90, I believe, 99?
95.
95. And I come from Fortran, so I was more comfortable with Fortran, definitely. But it's a very complicated language because you need to be very precise and to declare every variable, while Python is more loose with certain things. So now that I learned Python, and I didn't know Python before, I learned it during my PhD, I quite enjoyed it. But it was a big struggle at the beginning, if I have to be honest, because it's always a big struggle to learn a new language.
Yeah, but this one actually is kind of good for education, so.
Yeah, it's definitely easier than others, I think.
Okay, thank you, Edoardo, for this interview. So, yeah, good luck. Good luck in coding. Good luck deriving equations. Yeah, okay. Look forward for some exciting formulas.
Yes, we definitely have. And thank you very much for this interview.
Yes, and I would like to invite you for the next interviews with another PHYMOL students in near future.